Hey guys, welcome on in. Kyrios here, and we've got another Eversoul video for you. Now, this time we're going to talk about Zodiac. Zodiacs. And it probably won't come to a surprise of some people out there which one I think are the three that you should be focusing on right now. But I just want to go over it. I've got some simple napkin math for you guys and just talk about it, right? And how important this is. And so we'll probably have multiple Zodiac videos, but let's go ahead and get started. If you guys can't hit that like and subscribe. All right, guys, welcome on in. Now, you can see that I'm level 35 right now, and we are actively progressing through stage 7. I could actually make it a lot further than I am right now, probably to the end of stage 7, maybe chapter 8. And then you get all this loot and everything that you guys are used to. But the one thing I do want to talk about is this Zodiac. So now the Zodiac is actually a lot more important than it seems. And you essentially get 1 point for every level. And eventually, I could only imagine there's got to be a hard cap of level at maybe 100 or 200 or something. There's got to be a hard cap on how many they allow you to. Or maybe there isn't a hard cap, and you could eventually just clear this whole board, which would be pretty dang crazy, in my opinion. But so if you're looking through a lot of these, and I just kind of showed my hand there, a lot of these have different perks, whether it's battle perks, you get more HP, you get more attack. Each of these have different perks on them, and they cost a different allotment. Some of these trees cost more than others. Some of the 10 cost trees only cost like 35 overall, and then some of the 6 cost trees, for example, cost upwards of 40. Here's what I'm going to say, and this is probably going to be a no-brainer for a lot of people. Or you might be wondering which one's to pick. And honestly, there's only 3 in my opinion that you should really pick. And there's most of these trees, whether it's Leo, whether it's Virgo, whatever, are all blessing trees. They give you attack and stuff like that. They make your team better. They give you different lifesteal. They give you a whole bunch of different things. And that's all great and dandy. Except, like, it really doesn't matter right now. It will matter later. Trust me. It will matter later. I don't know. If you're an extreme whale, maybe that matters to you. But there's 3 supporting trees right now. There's the Aries tree that gets you more mana crystals. Mana crystals are the things you need to essentially get your characters those level brokens every 20. So when you go from 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, right? That's what gets you those mana crystals. Then we have Cancer, which gives you the mana dust, which you need for leveling your characters. And then we have the gold, which is needed for literally everything. And if we start looking at some of the souls here, and I think there's people that are higher level than me, it starts costing a lot. Look at this, 69,000. 69. But 69,000 dust, 48,000 gold, and you might be you just need a ton of this. You just need a ton of this stuff. It's not even funny. And the fact that everything in the game takes gold. Like, for example, you should be in the shop. You should be buying these mana crystals because you need to buy something from the shop every day. Now, you could do artifact stones, but I really wouldn't worry about artifacts right now. You need it for leveling gear. You need it for leveling your artifacts. You need it for leveling up. You need it for everything. And so I want to take you guys over to this spreadsheet real quick just so I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's flip on over. All right, so we're over on my fancy dancy spreadsheet. Now, I will have this spreadsheet for you in the comments down below. It is currently a work in process, so we'll talk about this bottom portion in a little bit here. But if I go ahead and zoom in, oh my God, where's my zoom at? Hello, can I zoom in? If we go ahead and zoom in here, we're gonna see a few things. One, we're looking at that Zodiac, Pisces, Cancer, and Aries again, which gets you the mana crystals, gets you the dust, gets you the gold, and they are insanely good. They are insanely good. So if you look at our base idol up here, and you can put your own values in here, and you can get this by going to you can get this by going to your loot, and it'll tell you the amount you get at the bottom, assuming you've never gotten any of these, right? So my base value of gold right now is 323, and then I have a base mana dust of 422, and this is per minute. And then we have mana crystals. Now, this one's kind of hard to calculate. You have to just kind of see where you're at on the dot. But I was roughly getting anywhere between 10 to 11 mana crystals an hour. So that gets us to about 260. 260 ish a day. So I think that number is slightly off. So, I mean, plug and play your numbers. The best way to do this is to let your loot table get all the way to the end, 12 hours or 24 hours, and see how many you got. I think there's a little RNG there, but you can see how much gold that we're getting a day. And that's a lot of gold and that's a lot of dust. But if you are taking these perks into consideration, you can see here, here's our base gold income in 465. If I was to get Pisces, my gold income becomes now 604,000. Now, there is activatable. Now, there are active blessings. Now, and I think you can only have one active blessing at a time, but I don't know until we get more levels. You can see I get an additional 20% loot here. So if I'm going back to my spreadsheet, or back at our spreadsheet, you can see here, this value right here only takes that 30%. If I hit this button for activatable, you can see it'll go ahead and quantify that number in there. So say I was getting like we have 323 gold. Let's go ahead and remove that. Say this was 0, right? Everything should zero out. You can see that all those numbers zero out right there. If I go up to like 1,000 gold a minute, right? You can see I'm making 1.8 million a day with that perk from 1.4 million a day. So that's 400,000 difference. That's pretty good. Hit that activatable, man. We're making 2.1 million a day. And then you can see the difference there. We're making an extra 720,000 gold a day. And that's pretty huge because things in this game start costing a lot of money. Now we have the same thing for dust. You can see 422 dust, right. If I hit the activatable, we're getting more dust, all that goodness. So I've already done some of the calculations for you, and it's a little napkin mathy, but you can plug in your own numbers. You get 10,000 here. For all I know is that, damn, look at that. You're getting a whole bunch of dust. Hit that activatable. You're getting a whole lot more extra dust. Now, I think the best one is gold because everything costs gold. Upgrading equipment costs gold. Upgrading artifacts costs gold. Upgrading your characters costs gold. Upgrading your fodder for your characters costs gold. So it's just like a whole lot of gold and it's a whole lot of dust. So if I was to order these in advance, I would get gold, then dust, then mana. And mana will matter a lot too, but at some point you're going to hit this wall. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys since I've got you here real quick. All right, before we touch on that, you can reset your Zodiac points. In the bottom left-hand corner, you have this button to reset it, but it will cost Everstones, and Everstones are your don't want to use them. Don't want to use them. I think if you're following this strategy with just hoarding resources the first couple months of the gameplay, or maybe even the first 6 months, remember it is an idler game, you won't have to do this, right? Like, you can change it up later as things as the dynamics change. Maybe you have your core team, maybe you have this, right? Then change it later, right? Is that I have not done a tier list. This is not my final tier list on the side, and we'll talk about that one in a second. But I am quantifying all the stats here. So if we zoom in slightly, and by the time you check out this spreadsheet, future Kyrios. Hey guys, future Kyrios here. Just to let you know, it's still a work in progress. I am almost done. Got about 4 more to add, but it is coming together very well. You can see the amount of math that goes at the top of this for quantifying it. But man, it is coming together where you can change any of your stuff. You can click on any of these buttons. You can see all those stats updating on the fly if you were to invest in all of them. So a pretty cool spreadsheet in my opinion. There's probably some mistakes, but I'll fix them over time. We need to do another Zodiac video when we get higher level, and like maybe you're gonna have sub ones that you only get a couple points in, right? But from a base level, I made these check boxes and activatables there. You can see here attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, all 0%. Say I was to invest in the Capricorn, I could hit that. Bam! I got my 6% attack over there. I got my 2% lifesteal over there. Say I decide to make it my activatable. Bam, I'm up to 3% lifesteal. That's amazing. Say I invested into Aquarius on top of that. I'll have both of them, right? I'm going to add that in there. And it's just, bam, all those extra stats just got added. And we can't have 2 activatables, so I should probably create a trigger in order to do that. But I'm going to put out the rest of these trees here. This is very early work for me. But I wanted to let you guys know that you really should be going after Pisces right now. And I'm making a brief tier list. And this tier list has, besides the first 3, has no quantification, right? It's really hard to quantify attack stats and HP stats as of right now. I am weighting lifesteal a little bit higher than other stats because you know, staying alive is always key, but you may be healer eccentric, so this list might not mean anything. So please don't take this as my final list. I will adjust this once I can figure out, when we get a little bit more into the game and I can really figure out which trees are better than others. But as of right now, we know these 3 trees are the best. Now, I just rambled on for a little bit there. Hopefully that, guys, helped you out. Check out the spreadsheet, save it. I'll have it finished the next couple days. I'll add the rest of it. If there's a spreadsheet guru out there that wants to help me out, 100%. And then we'll make a full Zodiac tier list a little bit later, right? I don't think anyone can really quantify that right now, but maybe they can. So let me know in the comments down below. Does this help you out? Does this not help you out? Are you going to go get Pisces right now? Because you probably go get Pisces right now. I'll see you guys out on the live streams. Have a great day, and take it easy. Fist bump from me to you.